AFTV, Graham, how do you analyse that? I mean, first of all, it's hard to analyse those missed chances. I mean, even before Chelsea went 2-0 up, I mean, what was it with the chances today?
It could have been 5-0 up at half time.
Ultimately, we lost it, Robbie, because we weren't clinical in attack. We missed chances. Aubameyang turned into Morata, and Morata turned into Aubameyang. But we also, defensively, we were poor. One of the reasons Arsene Wenger lost his job last year was because defensively we were poor at the back. We only won 3 games away. We conceded 51 goals last season, more than any of our top 6 rivals. Now, so I was looking at Emery today to see how he set the team up. Now, I know he wants to stay true to his values with the pressing game, rather than probably go with a strategy that suits the players we have. And obviously, you've got to commend him for the bravery for that. But Chelsea, a bit like Man City, a very strong pressing team, very good front players, right? The key, really, I think, is central midfield. They've acquired a very good central midfielder, Jorginho, right? Now, when you start the game, you want to get a foothold in the game. So I'm looking at my centre mids, I'm looking at my central defenders, I'm looking at them sort of wanting to get in the game. And today we didn't have that at the start. We started poorly. I thought the first goal, Pedro, too much space. We were opened up continually.
Too easy, weren't it?
By balls over the top.
Yeah.
We've got holding midfielders, not tracking runners. We can't keep possession and we're giving the ball away. It doesn't matter what style of football you play, but if you can't get the basics right, you're not going to stay in the game. You can't give a team like Chelsea a 2-goal lead. The second goal, again, I think we lack a real powerful, commanding, dominant centre-half. And Mustafi, for me, today, allowed Morata too easily to get into that position. He took it well, Morata. He had a lot to do when he got into that position.
He did take it very well. I mean,
very well, yeah.
Somebody was saying, I don't think so. I think that was a brilliant finish by Morata. And even to be fair, Mustafi tried to put a block in, but he was just too quick, Morata, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. And Morata's one of these players, I think, that when he gets, he lacks confidence, and when he gets one, you can see him going on a run of scoring goals now. So it's probably good news for Chelsea. Obviously, I'm very disappointed with Aubameyang. We had great chances in the first half. Chelsea, the way Chelsea play, I think they're very vulnerable to crosses coming in from the sides. And we got in 3 great positions in that first half, and we didn't take any of our chances. But Mkhitaryan, give him credit. He missed an absolute golden chance, but he kept his head up and he pulled one back with maybe the keeper should have done better. And then the second one, he assisted. So we got back in the game at 2-2. Now, what I'm looking for then at half-time is we're in the game now. When Hazard comes on, Hazard, to me, changed the game when he came on. He was getting into space, and ultimately, it was another defensive error that cost us the match. But when Hazard came on, ultimately, I'm looking for us getting bodies around him, stop him doing it. And unfortunately, the game was summed up by the fact that Lacazette obviously made the mistake, obviously not a defensive player, but it was another defensive mistake that led to their winner. So I think that looking at the game today, I think we made mistakes that gifted them the goals. I don't see any.
Do you have optimism though for the games? Listen, it's always going to be hard. You've got to come here, even if you're playing brilliantly. You come here, it's going to be. When was the last time we won it? Ages. Well, we didn't win it last year. It was a draw, right? And then.
Yes, you did. You beat us here last year.
No, draw, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, draw. Right, and City the first game. So it was always going to be really, really tough. So, is it now we can kick on? Sort of look on it and say, listen, some teams now around us that we can beat. We're going to have to defend better, but.
Well, first of all, we got 2 0-0 draws here last year under Wenger in the league and in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. I was here in '99 when they led 2-0 Chelsea and Kanu got a hat-trick and we won 3-2. But yes, he has gone into the season with a very brave strategy, right? Which we
got back there, haven't we?
Exactly. We wanted that.
We wanted something different. He's doing something different. We got to stick with it, haven't we?
Well, we were talking off air about an hour ago that basically we were running out of legs, and so. It's going to take a while for the players to actually embrace this strategy.
How long is it going to take?
But the reality is that we've lost our first 2 games. We had to get something on the board today. We got back to 2-2 and we couldn't get a point out of this game. Obviously, yes, you are right. We've got 8 games coming up, 4 home games, winnable home games and 4 away. We would know after these 8 games where we are. It was always going to be brave against 2 pressing teams. Man City, the pressing team in the league. Chelsea, also a strong pressing team, to play this way. And obviously we've lost our first 2 games, so obviously now we've got to regroup. I still think he needs to find a structure that suits this group of players, Robbie. I don't think he's got the, I'm looking at, I've said last week that when we go into these games, we're too open and we don't track runners. Now, we need to be more compact at times in away games, maybe a diamond midfield 4, where with Ozil at the front and a Torreira screening at the back with 2 hard-working midfielders, makes us more compact away from home. But, he's not going to go with a 4-4-2. He's not going to go with a diamond 4. He believes in this system, so we have to back it. We wanted change, and we've got it, so we have to back him. The next 8 games, we'll see where we are. Cool.